If you are into politics because of your desire to serve your people and contribute genuinely towards the development of your place, you must have the spirit of a sportsman.
Amazing how much time and sacrifice it takes to achieve great success, from working systems to thinking heads, concept to execution. Only a resilient, revolutionary, self-sacrificing genius could lead this level of transformative change. Bearing on his shoulders the incredible weight of expectations, general apathy, and skepticism, the governor resiliently hits the ground running with the game-changing establishment of the Ministry of Digital Economy and E-Commerce, a first in Nigeria. This ministry is now responsible for creating digital skills programs that empower tens of thousands of Imolites annually.
The ministry, when it was set up, rolled out what we call the IDEA policy. IDEA stands for Imo Digital Economy Agenda, with a 5-year strategic plan to turn around the economy of the state and make it a smart economy. Work streams that we develop and other policies or strategic initiatives that came from it. One of those flagship initiatives is called the Skill Up Imo program.
Imo State became the first state in Nigeria to create Ministry of Digital Economy. I discovered and identified that digital economy is the functional economy all over the world. So I created that ministry and now decided to flow the Skill Up Imo program.
The Skill Up Imo program is a program targeted at training 300,000 Imo youths in diverse digital skills within a space of 5 years. In our first cohort, we were able to train, equipped, and connect about 5,000 Imo youths to different digital job opportunities.
We graduated first 5,000. Gave them startup tools. In less than 3 months, they were all employed.
We have a lot of data entry officers and experts, software developers, graphic designers, experts in AI, model development, cloud engineering, phone repair, LAN networking, car tracking, and all the fields.
Some with their laptops working from here for US companies, for Japanese companies.
A lot of them have taken their skills offshore through our platform called the Skill Up Imo Techosphere, which is a remote working platform where most of these graduates trained through this program are onboarded as part of our support to connect them to job opportunities. Top tech companies across the world recruit them on that remote platform. They deliver services to them and they are paid in hard currencies.
After the Skill Up Imo Techosphere platform was introduced, from the comfort of my home, I enjoy, remote work opportunities. I take up these gigs, complete them, get reviewed, and I get paid.
The opportunity provided by the Skill Up Imo Techosphere platform is endless, especially for developers like myself. The ability for you to earn from anywhere you are, either from your home or co-working space or anywhere. You don't have a fixed amount of income, is work as you earn.
I graduated from Cohort 1, where I did data analytics in the ministry center. With my skill, I was able to secure a well-paying job with OCS under NHS as a clinical data analyst.
He gave tips on how we can get started. I went on Upwork and I've also gotten gigs which paid me in dollars on Upwork.
I made some connections. Workana.com Limited is one of them.
Currently at Codant, where we teach kids coding and robotics. It has got me a paying job and it has also given me the avenue to mentor the younger generation.
I did cohort 2, 15,000. In less than 2 months, they were all employed and engaged.
In the third cohort, we have onboarded 40,000 other Imo youths.
We have signed a memorandum of understanding with US Market Center, MAC, and now we have signed an agreement with University of California, Berkeley, to have an innovation center here in Imo. Imo Digital City is the African Innovation Headquarters for US MAC, operated by Oracle, HP, Dell Computers, Microsoft, name it.
The Imo Digital City, first of its kind in Nigeria, stands as a testament to a vision gradually turning into reality. Spanning an impressive 68,741 square meters, it plays host to state-of-the-art digital hubs, call centers, co-working, co-creation spaces, and training centers with multifunctional digital and tech services centers.
Imo State government is partnering with the United States Market Access Center, in short USMAC, which is a Silicon Valley-based startup accelerator, and also partnering with University of California, Berkeley.
Today, University of Berkeley has expanded our curriculum to include new items after their survey of both African and European markets, or what is required.
UC Berkeley optimized our curriculum to fit the standard of UC Berkeley's Sontage Institute, so that certifications of the Skill Up Imo programs and the Founders Development Program run by the USMAC will now come from the UC Berkeley in California.
The medium and small scale enterprise group of European Union, with headquarters in Brussels, signed already an MOU for us. We are feeding them on quarterly basis 1,000 men and women. The UNDP, arm of United Nations, have already an agreement to supply 1,000 workers on quarterly basis to UNDP. They are paid directly from New York. We have now Imo sons and daughters working in Canada, working in America, working in Europe.
For the first time in Africa, the USMAC will be running what we call the Founders Discovery Program. And this is going to start by August this year, 2025. That program will be happening right here in Owerri, Imo State, supported by the UC Berkeley, United States. It's going to be open for all Africans and is the first of its kind in the history of Africa.
We are hitting 70,000 by July. The next batch we are graduating. I started building a youth population that now has become a movement.
In the words of Dwayne Mulenga Isaac Jr., digital transformation starts with leadership. Leaders have a choice to lead the transformation or be led by it. Disrupt or wait to be disrupted. In Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodimma is leading an entire generation of Imo's workforce on a massive tech disruption revolution beyond borders. The Imo Digital City is powered by a world-class, multi-layered fiber optics backbone laid strategically across the state in partnership with multinational telecom providers like Airtel, IHS, Globacom, and so on. By streamlining licenses and access, the government has made it easier for service providers to connect, boosting seamless, always-on interconnectivity across the state. In a world constantly shaped by technological advancements at breakneck speed, Imo isn't here to play catch-up. It's leading the charge. All over the state, kilometers of new roads are stitching disconnected communities in a unified mobile economy. Sitting on an expansive 5,530 square kilometers, Imo is driven by a transformational force that sees no limits or borders.
We've done some groundbreaking constructions. We've done some roads that people thought were impossible. When we started, it was not possible to access Assumpta Cathedral. Assumpta, the roundabout, it was not possible to access it. It was not possible to go to Relief Market. MCC was a death trap. In fact, Chukwumawoha Road was routine house. There was nothing like the Tiger Road or the Tiger Street. They were all gone, but we started from the scratch.
Those who came to Imo State in the last 7-8 years, coming home during Christmas, to cross over takes, for instance, 5-6 hours.
The day His Excellency mooted the idea to me that he was going to do Owerri Olu Road and Owerri Okigwe, I thought he was joking because I know the implication, I know what it takes. And when he added that Julius Berger, we were coming to see me, I said this man must be a joker. And Julius Berger came, Krembo came, this is Dubes, all of them came and bidded. At the end of the day, Krembo got it. And today, Owerri Olu is a reality. Owerri Okigwe is a reality. Owerri Umaya, a reality. And we have added another one, Elele to Owerri. They've started Elele to Owerri, 2009. That was when Elele Road was awarded and it was not delivered up to today. So His Excellency took it upon himself in collaboration with NDDC to get that road done. He took the first step by ensuring that the advance payment paid to Kremborg to be on that road. They're on that road as we speak.
By what we have done, completed a bypass for those coming from Onitsha, not to enter Owerri, to pass through and get to Ebu. Those coming from Port Harcourt or coming from Aba, going to Port Harcourt, to pass through the police junction.
Yalu Mbe Akukwaoga Federal Road serves as a vital artery for commerce and daily transportation of goods and services, linking Idiato North and South in Imo State to Uga community in Anambra State. The road had suffered significant degradation after years of neglect, leading to severe erosion, and has submerged homes, displaced families, and rendered many communities in Idiato inaccessible.
A town called Ugbe from Olu was history. The entire village was devastated. In fact, we had one justice, retired Justice Obono. His edifice in that village gave up. They crumbled so many villages.
Now my father, I trained me. Now I used to know my mother direct. I built it last year. 2-story building.
Last year, we reported on the Olu-Uga Federal Road, which suffered significant damage due to gully erosion, posing serious challenges for connectivity and safety in the area. As we speak, reconstruction work is ongoing to provide much-needed relief for residents.
We are driving through that road, 19-point-something kilometers. It will take you to the border of Anambra, from Imo to Anambra, Uga Junction. So that particular road is being done.
We did a traffic study to restore the Owerri master plan and then created this bypass here, there, and there.
Before, to go to my local government from Owerri, about a minimum an hour to an hour and a half. Today, I can go to my local government just about 15-20 minutes. I'm there. So this openness is all part of ease of doing business.
We used to have the outer ring road that we wanted to achieve. Today, it's almost achieved. We are moving from Oji to Toronto to road safety to Naze to Ihiagwa, Ihiagwa to Obinze. That's the outer ring road. We are doing the Ihiagwa to Obinze part of that road now. That road, we are doing it as we speak. And other places in our local town, Barana Junction, up to Eziachi. And we got into Eziachi, His Excellency has directed that we should move to Ngwere, Aba, move to Angara, and move straight to Aba branch. We have done an aspect of it. The other one will be done. It's like a road revolution. In fact, at times, I lose count of the roads. There are so many, and they are all properly documented.
The evolutionary rise of human capital and critical infrastructural development in Imo is what happens when purpose meets determination. Among Governor Uzodima's flagship projects, none carries as much transformative potential as the Orashi Power Project. Conceived as a bold vision for energy security, the creation of the Orashi Electricity Company is a revolutionary step toward achieving 24-hour uninterrupted power supply across Imo State.
The power sector in Imo State has grappled with very inadequate and poor power infrastructures.
The Eboma power plant that was abandoned since 2006 was handed over to Imo State. Imo State government, in partnership with Adani Mega System and MATCO of Egypt, is funding the completion.
Given the Electricity Act of 2023, which I would like to call the game changer, he was one of the few state governors who leveraged that Electricity Act when it was passed. There were very few states that were able to meet the necessary constitutional requirements for a state to be granted its regulatory oversight of the electricity market. And that was when we got companies like Orashi Electricity Company Limited. Of course, now we're licensed to generate electricity. We're licensed to transmit as well as distribute.
It is worthy of note that in August 2024, the governor of Imo State, Mr. Hope Uzodima, signed a memorandum of understanding with Orashi Electricity Company Limited to achieve the purpose of supplying power to the 27 local government areas.
Under my Light Up program for Imo State, all the 27 local government headquarters will distribute power to them through a joint effort of state and local government, taking advantage of the recent amendment of the Power Reform Act, the Constitution.
At the first phase of what we call Light Up Imo project, Orashi, that was licensed as a company in Imo State to go into both generation, transmission and distribution, quickly entered into memorandum of agreement with the state government and local government to take power to the various 27 local government of Imo State. And to do that, we had to start first of all by also taking bulk power to the various zones.
Governor Hope Uzodimma says the signing of the memorandum shows how important the project is to his administration, reiterating his commitment to ensuring uninterrupted electricity.
We'll do our best to live up to the responsibilities expected of us in this agreement, both at the state level and the local government level.
Before now, Imo State has only a 132 kV line coming from Aloji in Aba to Owerri. All these years, the main source of electricity into Imo State. And this line had long been overloaded. It's a double circuit line that also takes power to Ahoda and Boyenegua. So there was a need for us to have this line upgraded to a 330 kV line. As I speak to you now, His Excellency has also embarked on getting work back on the 330 kV line from Aba to Imo State, which is going to, of course, boost. A 330 kV line is a super highway that can have way more power into Imo, as against what we have now.
We are drawing now a 330 kV line from Aloji power plant to Ebu transmission station here in Owerri, meaning that if there is failure in Eboma, we'll take power from Aloji.
The project they are doing now in Owerri here as a pilot scheme will act as a benchmark of what will happen in the whole state. A 15 kilometer from Ebu transmission station, 15 kilometer 33 kV line to New Owerri. The New Owerri area will also install a 15 MVA 33/11 kV injection substation. As soon as we get through with this project, we'll now be able to immediately connect all government facilities, from government house to the secretariat to the House of Assembly, and very major and important load along that area, like Concord Hotel and all that. All of them will be captured.
When our people here, there is no electricity. By the end of this year, there will be 24 hours power supply in Imo State.
Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. Martin Luther King Jr. The Imo leadership under distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma was not under any illusion about what an irreplaceable socio-economic currency peace constituted, bearing in mind that no investment, infrastructure, or human capital development can be sustained in an atmosphere of chaos. With unbroken focus and ironclad commitment to a safer and more business-friendly Imo, the state's security architecture expectedly underwent a robust, mission-focused, systemic and logistical overhaul. From land to air to water, potential flashpoints are quickly brought under constant surveillance and manned by a well-equipped, highly trained force tasked with keeping the peace by all responsible means possible, thanks to active collaboration between the state government and the federal government.
If you came to Imo State, you will wonder whether we have suddenly descended to the level of a barbaric society.
That is 2021 and 2022. With the help of the governor and the security agencies, that matter has been addressed.
They got a point here that government facilities were being encroached upon without regard to anybody. Public assets were being stolen and vandalized, and security authorities became handicapped.
The governor gave a lot of support to security agencies. He bought so many things like APCs, more than 30-something, and any equipment that can help them to fight insecurity. He did his best to see that Imo State is safe.
If we don't do things as a precaution to stopping this disorder and possible anarchy, then we are not government.
If power is the engine, industry is the drive. Enter the Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone, Imo's boldest leap into revitalizing its industrial sector. A launchpad for factories, a magnet for international investment, a hub of innovation. This is where energy meets enterprise.
Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone, a very transformative initiative by Imo State government and its partners, inviting businesses who wish to grow their businesses, particularly in the oil and gas business. For example, those who want to set up methanol plants, fertilizer plant, LNG, refinery, or manufacturing company to come to Imo State and be at the free trade zone and take advantage of the benefits of situating their businesses in Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone.
Orashi Energy Free Trade Zone is the only free trade zone in Nigeria with hydrocarbon deposit.
Orashi Special Energy Zone, which today is rated the largest free trade zone in Nigeria, on a landmass of about 140,000 hectares of land, is a unique business enclave where gas is used for industrial goods and development. So they are going to attract a lot of investment in gas and innovation.
The idea was conceived under the leadership of His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma, whose idea of having this Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone fits into his broader vision, his broader economic transformative vision for Imo State and for the Southeast. What this does is that it enables the state create employment, create internally generated revenue. It enables the state become a trade and energy hub for the Southeast.
So I'm speaking with the King of Morocco for a fertilizer plant. Ano Gas 1 has been commissioned. Gas 2 is 80% complete.
Regarding our domestic gas obligation, by the end of this week, we are going to complete our energy needs assessment, and we are going to sign a gas sale and purchase agreement with Ano Gas processing plant. The state intends to take about 100 million scof of gas from them to power our power plant in Ebema, which is 278 megawatts, the upcoming fertilizer plant, the methanol plant, the petrochemicals, and the LNG in the Orash Energy Special Zone. We have a company called Watersmith that are going to take 30 million scof from there. Watersmith is also doing 75 megawatts of power, and they have their own industrial park. We have about 75 companies have indicated interest that they will take up spaces there.
Now we are bringing other industries to come here in the oil and gas industry, in the agriculture sector, education, food security. Like I just mentioned, Bureau Veritas will be here. They are building one of the biggest laboratories, financed by a Freezing Bank in Africa, for testing hydrocarbon.
Because of the abundant natural gas resources in Imo State, you have Axela, who are trying to do CNG. You have Nigerian Gas Marketing Company. They have acquired their land. They will start construction of mother station for CNG. You have Hamakan. You have Greenville. I have Koshon Energy. Then you have a Bokia that wants to do condensate refinery in the special energy zone.
Working with NUPRC, we saw that from their records, Imo State has the highest deposit of natural gas in this region.
That means that if Imo were to be a country, Imo should be about the 16th largest gas producing nation in the world, at the same level with countries like Kazakhstan, Canada, or Egypt.
The 40 cubic feet of gas plants and 200 million barrels of condensate production benchmark, earlier inaugurated in 2024 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is set to commence operations in Nasa community of Imo State in July 2025.
We are ready now to start commissioning the plant with gas. So from July this year, Imo State will join one of the biggest states for gas production in the country.
I'm happy that they're about to go into operation.
Imo is a major oil and gas producing state. In Imo State today, we have 7 major oil and gas producing companies. Shell now
the documentary, please. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we take our seats? Let's settle down, please. Let's settle down. Please take your seats, please. Take your seats. For those that are still loitering, please take your seats. Thank you very much. Let's take our seats and settle down. Let's settle down. Please take your seats. Our time is already far gone. Can we take our seats, please? Thank you very much. Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since His Excellency the Governor is not here, or maybe he'll be joining us later, we might not be able to take the national anthem, but we'll all rise to take the third stanza of the national anthem as our prayer, and then we'll kick off. Please, shall we all rise, please? Shall we all rise? If you want to recite with me, you can. This is a national prayer. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. And we all say, Amen. Let's take our seats, please. I'd like to welcome all of you to day 2 of this amazing world-class conference. For all of you that are here, members of the diplomatic corps, development partners, our royal fathers, members of the Imo State Executive Council, local government chairmen, heads of agencies and parastatals, both federal and state, and all the chief executives of agencies and businesses, both operating in Imo State nationally and internationally, those that are bringing businesses to Imo State, I welcome all of you to day 2 of this amazing conference. Yesterday was day 1, and it was looking like a World Economic Summit in Davos, with the presence of about 3 presidents, 2 prime ministers, the 4th Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations, the President of Nigeria, represented by the Vice President, and a whole lot of international and national business executives. It was that grand. And my own takeaway from what happened yesterday was that this Imo State government was ready to provide power generation. We just saw a documentary on the Orashi Power Project. Was ready to provide infrastructural development and renewable energy so that those who are coming into Imo State will be able to focus on such sectoral portfolios as power and energy, digital transformation, oil and gas, agriculture and agribusiness, education, real estate, healthcare, and hospitality and tourism. Those are the key areas that anybody who is a business person can key into and come and do business. Today is day 2. By the grace of God, we'll be having 2 panel discussions, a few goodwill messages, and if you are blessed to have His Excellency the Governor with us, we'll also have him to talk to us. And then we'll also have 2 side events on solid minerals and MSMEs that will happen immediately after the main conference. My name is Ebere Young. Let me invite here one of Nigeria's best iconic broadcaster, Mrs. Eugenia Abu, to step forward here and continue the conversation. I'm very sure she's going to set the mood for our first panel today. Mrs. Eugenia Abu, please. You have the staircase here.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. I've been introduced by a man I'm extremely delighted to be here. You already have heard from a man I like to call the voice, a broadcaster plenipotentiary, a gentleman who knows his onions and who has constantly and continuously served his nation on different fronts by bringing to the fore that place where many people fear to tread. The microphone is a place where, if you are not careful and you handle it in a manner in which you are not expected to, it can bury you. If you understand how to use the microphone as we have done over the years, you will know that it's a place where you must be contained and you must be controlled. For the microphone has its own allure. And if it leads you astray, you will find yourself speaking out of turn and out of space and considering yourself the man or woman of the moment. However, the microphone, if you're a broadcaster, is an instrument of discipline, where when you pick it up and handle it, you remember when to stop, when to speak, how to speak, and where to speak. It is the reason for which we remain standing to do the needful every time we're invited to stand on this platform. Over the years, I had said that Imo State is a state that has adopted me. And because it has so adopted me, every time I get a call to come here and I'm able, I squeeze the time to come. Yesterday in my hotel, I said to my colleagues, it's difficult to find a state that cooks such great soups. And I sat down there in my swallow and entered inside Ofe Nsala as if the world was coming to an end. This is what it is about. Imo State cannot carry last when it comes to food. And so when I said to my driver, "Ew, they are changing my hotel. Where I was the last time, they cooked so well." He said, "Madam, everywhere in Imo cooks soup very well. In Anuna." This is what it is about. We believe that Imo State, like the governor said yesterday, is no longer on the rise. Imo State has risen. It was, for me, a great regret that this documentary we're watching today was not shown yesterday. The depth of the work that has gone on here cannot be explained by driving through Imo State or through Owerri. It can only be described by this documentary that you saw. That documentary tells us that His Excellency, the governor of Imo State, the very distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, has spent sleepless nights assuring security, working on electricity, ensuring that the Orashi Power Project is up and running, collaborating with the finest, the best, to ensure that Imo State is well looked after economically, and the dividends will be for the citizens of Imo State. The Economic Summit, the Imo State Economic Summit, is one that brought many people of caliber and caterpillar here yesterday. We all know that bringing those people here, as my children will say, is not beans. To be able to bring the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Mr. Boris Johnson, is not beans. To bring him here means you have to constantly look at our naysayers of Nigeria. And I have friends who live abroad. The first thing they say is, they do not understand why I am still there. Excuse me, I'm still here because of the Amala and the Ofe Nsala, because you know what? You can't even find it like that when you live in that side. I like the fact that I can eat my home food. I can eat corn in the corner of the roads here. I can call on anybody I like, including the former Deputy Governor of Imo State, my brother and friend, Professor Placid Njoku, and show up in his house without notice. And I will be fed until I'm fed up. And until I say I'm going, nobody can drive me. Is it not so? And so, for me, I like to stay in a place of comfort, where the food means something to me, where I can wear ashwebi and turn up at a wedding. Because when the weddings take place in Nigeria, we are now exporting our wedding. There's even a show on international TV about Nigerian weddings. This is where, like Chinua Achebe will say, when you finish eating the pounded yam that is as high as a mold, you look on the other side and you see that your in-law is on the other side. You know, when you finish, you find your friend at that wedding. It is the place where Nigerian women can pull out their swag. Our geles are not to be toyed with. Our dresses are not to be toyed with. And like I always say, when we walk across airports all over the world, you know that we are the ones, because we walk like we own the airport. You know what I mean? When you see a Nigerian at an airport, you don't need anybody to tell you. You just see the way the person, they waka. The way the person approaches the ground crew to say, why is your plane delayed? I paid my money. We are still here. When are we going? Because I want to go home. That is a Nigerian. The ones who without them, the medical system in the United States and the medical system in the United Kingdom will be finished. Our boys and girls are doing great across the world. Our musicians, our children, our Nollywood, all those stars, some of them from Imo State, are doing us well. This is the reason for which we believe in our nation. It is the reason for which you should believe in Imo State. His Excellency the Governor has shown that there is so much that is possible. That indeed Imo State is not rising, it has risen. That indeed we can host the high and mighty in Owerri. That what Boris Johnson said yesterday about the fact that he was told he shouldn't come, that if he comes, there's a security problem. He told them, I'm coming anyway because the governor has assured me that everything is fine. And indeed, everything is fine. From pillar to post, you can go and visit your friends in Owerri. And I was speaking to the DPO of one of the areas in Imo State. And the DPO said to me, it's extremely difficult to find any governor of this state that has invested so much on security. And he's not even from here. He said to me, the governor of Imo State is always checking to find out how we are doing, what we need, and donating the things that will secure us in this state. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am